Biden is right. Like, there hasn't been a single photo of him after leaving office. Even his St. Patrick's Day photo was just a photo from a rally 3 years ago. Yeah, I think he's probably not alive. I suspect he's most likely. He's in a little bit off topic, where your joke became true that Biden only cared about NATO. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. This is vindication that I never wanted. And I, oh no. Ron Klain on Biden debate prep. I was struck by how out of touch with American politics he was. He was just very, very focused on his interactions with NATO leaders. We did NATO! Yo, Ne? Kim? Bak. Bilmiyorum. Köpek mi? We did NATO. Nerede? Niye sallıyorsun böyle? Ne köpeği? Nerede gördün bunu? Peki. Peki. Evet. At his first meeting with Biden in Aspen Lodge, the president's cabin, Whipple writes, Klain was startled. He'd never seen him so exhausted and out of it. Biden was unaware of what was happening in his own campaign. Halfway through the session, the president excused himself and went off to sit by the pool. That evening, Biden met again with Klain and his team, Biden aides Mike Donilon, Steve Ricchetti, and Bruce Reed. Once again, right but too early. I said in July 11th, NATO is Biden's bread and butter, and I'm not convinced the American public cares about foreign policy all that much. Jake Chrisman says, actually, yes, we do care about it. Anyway, that evening, Biden met again with Klain and his team. We sat around the table. Biden had answers on cards, and he was just extremely exhausted. And I was struck by how out of touch with American politics he was. He was just very, very focused on his interactions with NATO leaders. NATO! I did NATOization of Finland. I did NATO. AUKUS, Jack. Look alive. I got my man out there. His name is Ryan Ruth. He's got 5,000 strong Afghan NATO trained soldiers ready at his command. We're going to send him to Kirk's. We're going to do NATO. We're going to bring Russia into NATO too. I did. Watch me. Watch me. Klain, Whipple writes, wondered how seriously if Biden thought he was president of NATO instead of the U.S. He just became very enraptured with being the head of NATO, he said. That wouldn't help him on Capitol Hill because, as Klain noted, domestic political leaders don't really care what Emmanuel Macron and Olaf Scholz think. I mean, Trump's version of this was constantly talking about Viktor Orban. Viktor Orban loves me. Klain, fellow aides and visitors, including film mogul Jeffrey Katzenberg. Oh my God, Jeffrey Katzenberg. Mr. Queeby. 2 mock debates were organized, focusing on domestic policy. The first was scheduled to last 90 minutes, but Klain called it off after 45. The president's voice was shot, and so was his grasp of the subject. All he could really talk about was his infrastructure plan and how he was rebuilding America and 60 million jobs. He had nothing to say about his agenda for his second term. Klain says Biden grew irritable, saying he would not make promises he would be criticized for failing to deliver. Biden is dead, right? Like, there hasn't been a single photo of him after leaving office. Even his St. Patrick's Day photo was just a photo from a rally 3 years ago. Yeah, I think he's probably not alive. I suspect he's most likely dead. He's in a vat. They put him in a vat where he goes hubba all day, every day. Man, this is why you pay me the big bucks, because my analysis is sound and often vindicated. Of course, far too late. Far too late. And the resentment that people feel in that very moment sets in. Okay, this is why you pay me the big bucks in the form of $6 a month in the form of subscriptions, or a free one in the form of a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite prophetic streamer, or you can get gifted a sub. I wish you were wrong more often, to be honest. I wish I was wrong more often too, trust me. But unfortunately, my predictions come true, or my analysis in that moment is sound. It's just in the direction that pisses people off. Liberals were very upset at me saying exactly this. It should not take for many liberals to come to this conclusion after months and months and months, a year after it's even important to acknowledge these things. This is it. This is the problem. I tell you this shit at the time. Liberals get mad at me. Their resentment stays in their hearts. And even if they encounter this information later down, they don't go, oh yeah, okay, well, I guess Hasan was right. They still hate me in that process. And they'll move on to the new thing that I'm saying right now. And they'll get mad at that, like the Cory Booker stuff. Okay? Right now, Cory Booker is hot. Cory Booker is hot right now, okay? Liberals love his ass. And I told you even then, when we were watching Cory Booker's speech yesterday, that this was squishy lip shit, and it was going to be regarded as like completely irrelevant later down the line. And if liberals learn the wrong lessons from this, like, oh, Cory Booker is dominating the media space by doing this like show of force, but it's not really it's not a real filibuster against like a bill that's being passed or anything like that. If liberals get the wrong lessons from this, they will keep doing like weak optics over and over again. Beyond the weak optics of Cory Booker's filibuster, Cory Booker himself also doesn't track as like an honest broker. That's just the reality. He soft pedals. He does the baby shit like emotional appeals. That's not, especially when you're not charismatic enough, and also on top of that, you don't have any policies that you are policies that people care about that will truly improve their lives, and you're not passionate enough about said policies. You're gonna have no motion. You're just not gonna have any motion. So while he's hot right now, where all the liberal moms, including my mom, will say, oh my God, look at how brave Cory Booker is. Look how wonderful Cory Booker is. He's not going to win an election, okay? Outside of a New Jersey state race. It's just not happening. Yes, status quo, centrist liberalism will be again and again will deliver a resounding defeat to the Democrats over and over again. Okay. And not only that, but also in terms of young voters, Cory Booker is young enough and vibrant enough. Having said that, there's one issue that young voters do care about a lot. Okay. Gaza is one of those issues. Cost of living and affordability crisis is another one of those issues. Cory Booker has either a bad answer for one with Gaza. He is super pro-Israel. He is a friend to Rabbi Shmuley, and he has gotten, $900,000 from AIPAC. And in terms of the affordability crisis, he has no answer because he's doing third-way neoliberalism. So for that reason, he's both not charismatic enough, not telegenic enough in the ways that like the public would appreciate, the broader public would appreciate. But on top of that, he's also got no motion on the policy side. What? No answer? The